Welcome to the beginning of lesson 1.2. We're going to do things a little different. Instead of me giving a video for every piece of it all together, I'm going to do each one separate. So it's going to be all the same information, but just broken up. So hopefully that's a little easier to follow along. So the first part for explore and reason. First, it shows that the graph of the function f of x is equal to absolute value of x is shown. We're going to use the tool to graph the function g of x is equal to absolute value of x plus c, where we're just going to switch up the value of c. So the first thing I'm going to do is expand so I can see a little better. All right, so once the second function g of x is equal to, let's see, I'm going to copy and paste the absolute value bars in. We're going to pick different values for what we're going to add and subtract inside there. So let's try 1. If I add 1, so the blue one is the original, just f of x equals absolute value of x. The black one is the new one, g of x. So when I added the plus 1 in there, it moved it to the left 1. If I change that to 2, it moves it over to -2 for the vertex, right? If I move it over to 3, it moves it left 3. Plus 4 makes it left 4. 5 makes it left 5. All right, let's try what happens if I subtract instead of adding. If I make it -1, now over to +1. Change it to 2, it's right 2. Change it to 3, it's right 3. Change it to 4, it's right 4. Change it to 5, it's right 5. Okay. So just predict what will happen. Well, first of all, let's talk about what just happened there. When we add it, it moved left. When we subtract it, it moved right. It's that simple. That's the pattern, right? And it moves the number that you put in there. Predict what will happen to the graph if c is a number greater than 100. Well, if we change that number to 100, can't see it because it moved it. In this case, if I did -100, it moved it right 100. It's so far off the graph, you can't even see it, right? What if c is a number between 0 and 1/2? Well, then it's only going to move it that little fraction of a bit. So if I change it to, let's say, 1/4, right there, move it just slightly to the right. Let's zoom in a little bit. So moved it over a quarter, right? If I change that to plus, just moved a little bit to the left, okay? That's it. So for the lesson openers, we're typically going to just, it's going to be explore reasons. Like you're not really giving an answer to a problem right now. We're just kind of taking a look and making conjecture. So type in your answer here if you'd like. Well, I guess you need to click and show that you did this part. But again, you can simply say adding moves it to the right, subtracting moves it to the left. Making C 100 makes it so far off the graph you can't see it. Um, if if C is a number between 0 and half, it's moving a fraction, but it's still moving in the direction, right? Where plus is left, minus is right. Okay, that's what I want you to get out of this part. Any questions on that, let me know.